Most people get this wrong when trying to start a company in Nigeria. They jump straight into registration without understanding the structure, the requirements, or the hidden steps that can delay them for months. And here's the truth no one tells you. Starting a company in Nigeria is actually straightforward if you follow the legal process in the right order. But if you skip even one step, you can get stuck in rejection loops with the Corporate Affairs Commission, tax issues, or banking delays that slow everything down. Now, imagine this. Alex, a small business owner from Lagos, tries to register his company quickly because he has a client waiting. He rushes the process, picks the wrong structure, submits incomplete documents, and ends up wasting 3 weeks correcting avoidable mistakes. Meanwhile, John, who takes a structured approach, finishes his registration in a few days and starts invoicing clients immediately. The difference is not luck. It is process. In this video, you are going to learn exactly how to start a company in Nigeria from scratch in 2026. Step by step. No confusion. No legal jargon overload. You will understand the company types, the registration process with the Corporate Affairs Commission, the documents you need, tax setup, banking, and the real-world steps most beginners miss. By the end, you will know how to legally launch your business and avoid the common mistakes that slow most people down. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The first decision you make does not involve paperwork at all. It involves structure. Before you even think about registration, you need to understand what type of company you are actually building in Nigeria. This is where most people fail. In Nigeria, the most common business structures are business name registration, private limited company, and incorporated trustees for non-profits. A business name is simple and fast. It is usually for small traders, freelancers, and service providers. Think of someone like Jake who runs a small graphic design service. He does not need complex structures. He just needs legal recognition to invoice clients. But a private limited company, often called LTD or LTDGT, is different. This is for businesses that want growth, investment, and credibility. If you are building a startup, a tech company, or planning to work with corporate clients, this is usually the right choice. Now, here's the problem. Most beginners choose a business name when they actually need a limited company. Later, when they try to scale or open a corporate bank account, they get stuck and have to re-register everything. That is wasted time and money. So before anything else, decide your direction. Small personal business or scalable company. This one decision changes everything that follows. Now let's move to the actual registration process with the Corporate Affairs Commission, also known as KACKI. This is the official body that handles company registration in Nigeria. The process starts with name reservation. This is where you propose a business name and check if it is available. For example, if you want to register Brightwave Solutions, you submit it through the CEC portal. If it is available, you reserve it. If not, you modify it and try again. But here's the problem most people face. They submit names without strategy. They choose generic names like Best Services Ltd, and they get rejected because similar names already exist. The smarter approach is to use unique, brandable names that are less likely to be taken. Now once your name is approved, you move to the next step, which is document preparation. And this is where things start to feel technical, but stay with me because I will simplify it. For a private limited company in Nigeria, you typically need details of directors, shareholders, a registered address, and identification documents. Directors can be anyone above 18. They do not need to be Nigerian citizens, but they must have valid identification. For identification, Nigerians typically use National Identification Number, NIN, or International Passport. You also need passport photographs and contact details. If you are working with partners, all their details must be included. Now here's where it gets interesting. The ownership structure you choose here affects control of your business later. If Alex owns 60% and John owns 40%, that is not just a number on paper. It determines voting rights, profit distribution, and decision-making. So you must decide ownership carefully. Do not rush this step. Next comes the registration submission on the CAC portal. You fill in company details, upload documents, and submit for verification. The KAC then reviews everything. If it is correct, your company gets approved and you receive your certificate of incorporation. But let's be honest. This is where many people get delayed. Not because the system is difficult, but because of small errors. Misspelled names, incorrect dates, or mismatched ID details can cause rejection. Now in a minute, I will show you how to avoid these mistakes completely and speed up approval. Once your company is registered, you are not done yet. This is another place where beginners get confused. They think registration is the end. But legally, it is just the beginning. The next step is tax registration. In Nigeria, every company must register with the Federal Inland Revenue Service, also known as FIRS. This gives you a tax identification number TIN. Without TIN, you cannot properly invoice corporate clients or open certain business bank accounts. So, this step is critical. Now here's a practical example. Imagine Jake just finished registering his company. A client wants to pay him 2 million naira for a project. But the client requests a proper invoice with tax details. If Jake does not have TIN, he looks unprofessional and may lose the deal. So tax registration is not optional. It is part of credibility. After tax registration, the next step is opening a corporate bank account. This is where your certificate of incorporation and TIN become very important. Banks in Nigeria will require your key documents, ID of directors, and sometimes utility bills for verification. Once approved, your company can start receiving payments officially under its registered name. But here's the problem. Many people try to use personal accounts for business transactions. This creates accounting confusion, tax issues, and limits growth. A corporate account separates your business money from personal money, which is essential for scaling. Now let's talk about compliance. This is something most YouTube videos skip, but it is very important. In Nigeria, companies must file annual returns with KCKA. This is a yearly update that confirms your company is still active. If you ignore this, your company can be marked inactive or penalized. You also need to stay compliant with tax filings. Depending on your revenue, you may need to file VAT, company income tax, and other obligations. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Many small businesses ignore compliance in the beginning, and it works fine for a while. But when they try to apply for loans, partnerships, or international deals, they get blocked because their records are not updated. So even if your company is small, treat compliance seriously from day one. Now let's talk about costs, because this is one of the most searched questions. The cost of starting a company in Nigeria depends on the type of registration and professional fees. A simple business name is cheaper. A private limited company costs more due to documentation and legal processing. If you use a CAC accredited agent, you may pay additional service fees, but the process becomes faster and smoother. But here's a smart insight most people miss. The cheapest option is not always the best. A properly structured company saves you time, avoids rejection, and builds credibility faster. That can be worth far more than initial savings. Now, let's talk about timelines. In ideal conditions, company registration in Nigeria can take a few days to a couple of weeks. But delays happen when documents are incomplete or names are rejected. If you follow everything correctly, you can move from idea to fully registered company in a short time. The key is preparation. Now let's cover foreign entrepreneurs, because many viewers ask this. Yes, foreigners can start companies in Nigeria, but there are additional steps depending on ownership structure and industry. Some sectors require local partners or special permits. So if you are like Alex from outside Nigeria, planning to invest, you may need legal guidance to structure ownership correctly. Now here's a mistake that almost everyone makes at some point. They treat registration as the final goal. But registration is just the foundation. The real business starts after registration. Marketing, operations, clients, systems, and scaling are what actually build success. Your UCS certificate does not make you money. Your execution does. So once your company is registered, focus immediately on getting your first customers. Whether that is freelancing, services, or product sales, momentum matters more than perfection. Let's quickly summarize everything so it sticks clearly in your mind. To start a company in Nigeria, first choose the right structure based on your goals. Then reserve your company name through the KYC portal. Next, prepare and submit your documents for registration. After approval, register for tax with FIRS and get your TIN. Then open a corporate bank account. After that, stay compliant with annual returns and tax filings. Finally, focus on building and scaling your business. If you follow these steps in order, you avoid the most common mistakes that delay beginners. And here is the final truth. Starting a company in Nigeria is not complicated. The system is structured. The real challenge is not the law. It is clarity. Once you understand the process, everything becomes predictable. If this guide helped you understand how to start your company step by step, make sure you like the video so more people can see it. Leave a comment if you want a deeper breakdown of any specific country or business structure. And subscribe for more practical business guides like this, where we simplify complex legal and business processes into clear, actionable steps.